Lewis. Your background, I think, looks really good. I think it's really appropriate to your caricature. Some parts of the body and the head and through here are a little bit hard to see because it's such a similar value. The problem with putting imagery on a complicated background, it's just really hard to see. You can see down here why this stands out fine because it's light on dark. So yeah, that's that'll be a problem. I'm going to put all of your things in one folder so I can move it around a little bit here. So you could think about moving it. And I would suggest a less symmetrical placement because you are going to be putting text in. So that's and you could make it a little bit smaller. Let's see. I'm just thinking of when you're going to, this is enough negative space that you can add some text, though again it's going to be a challenge over some of the background. So there's some ways that you can make some of the areas stand out. You can also make some of the background parts darker. Like through here, you don't really need you don't need all this detail here because if you have wherever you have your caricature, that can just be dark. You can't see it anyway. So you can do a couple different things. You can burn it in back here. So I'm just gonna copy this. This is my workflow. I'm going to copy your background layer because I always make copies because in case I screw something up. So then you can go, if you want, into the burning and dodging tools that are over to the left, and you can say burn. And I'm going to say you always start out very low exposure. I'm just going to do midtones. So then you can start to go in, and I'm going to make the brush a lot bigger with the right bracket. And then you can just burn in to see, see what it does here. Yeah, you can see it's a little bit noticeable. So again, you could do something like that. Another thing you could do is, for some of these parts up here, is you could add glows. So, if you go into the body, where is it? You could go into the body, and then you can go up into the layer styles, and you can say maybe outer glow. It can look really cheesy, so you have to really work with this. This is too big, but I would make it a little bit smaller. So all I'm doing here is trying to make some of this stand out more because it's hard to see. I would suggest really burning in some of these areas through here. So or you can overall make your whole background darker. So if you can go into, you could do a levels. So let me see here. If I go here, and then you can go down to levels, and then you can work with the sliders here to see what it looks like here. See, that makes it lighter. Just play with them. And then you can move the middle one, and then you can get the middle tones. You can make it, I'm just trying to see what lighter would do. I don't know, lighter might be okay too. So anyway, just some things for you to deal with here. You can't really see the shadow because of the how dark the background is. So let me see. You could play with this. There's so many different tools, exposure as well. Some issues here is this body part and this toy are still really low resolution. So when you zoom in, you can see, this looks pretty bad, this whole body. These look great, but as I said before, this and this are really low resolution. So you're just going to have, and the bat's a little low res too. So this really should be changed. And just do a Google image search and try to find a higher quality. You're going to continue to lose points as well, but the main thing is that you want a printable piece for your portfolio when you finish this class. So this is a real issue here, because again, if you do Google image search, you really need to look at the pixel size. So that's something to think about. I think these legs are a little bit too big. Let me see here. Oh, there they are. Again, as I mentioned before, I would probably, go, separate them. So let's see here, like I did before. Oops. It's giving me problems here. Whoops, I have them on the wrong layer. Just a second. So I'm just doing a Google image search for bear toy. So again, if you mouse over, like this is pretty big, 2,000 pixels. You could probably get by with something like that. So I would really suggest just looking, just really going in and doing some more searches for, to get a better body image. It's just really going to make a big difference. I mean, if you want something that looks more, realistic, you can, do a search for like realistic toy bear or something like that, or some whatever. But again, when you mouse over, this is 1460. That maybe could work. This has claws here, but you can see this is 200 pixels. That will not work. That's probably what you have now. So again, just be sure to just mouse over and be sure to choose something that's way like 1500 or so. 300, there's 1500, but that's not like what you want at all. But again, that's how you do it, and I would suggest doing that as soon as possible, and even reposting during the break. This is also very low resolution too. Even this one, I'm sure you could find a higher resolution of this. It's kind of a famous image, right? So and again, there's so many of these kind of transformer robot bot arms online that I would just do another search for that. So and I would make the body a little bit bigger. Where's the body? Right here. I don't know. You have. Yeah, for some reason it's not letting me transform any of these, but I'm not sure why. But so yeah. But yeah, so yeah, feel free to post again before you put in the final Dropbox. You have really a whole week, because since these are due Sunday, which we're not in school for, I'll be looking to grade probably once or twice. But again, you can you can work on this more and post it again. I just hate to see your grade drop because of the low pixelated images and so on. Okay, hope this is useful.